All right. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Let me see here.
We live, baby.
Yeah, let me adjust some video real quick. I clicked the wrong one. Trying to get this right, trying to get this right. Look at this. Live editing right here. Very first stream. So what's up, bro? How you been?
Good, man.
You excited to be here? Excited
Oh,
to get this started?
100%, 100%.
It's been a long time coming, I guess. I've been talking about this for a while. I thought it'd be a good time to get it going.
It's actually perfect time in my life to get it going.
There you go. So yeah, what's up, man? I'm back, ready. I got the two piece on there. You know what I'm saying?
I got to get used to looking at this camera, not you.
Ah,
Too pretty over there, man. Too pretty.
Yeah, you can't even see my whole beard in the picture because it's so long.
You could definitely see mine. Little.
Yeah.
He literally told me to cut that shit all off, or you're not coming. Basically,
No, I just said it looked funny.
it looks better today.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell someone else did it, but I mean, I'm just not a fan.
I like it.
But
I
I mean, it's whatever the females like, I guess. Whatever they want to get down with.
Shout out to Breezy Roybal. She's definitely a good barber. So anybody needs a haircut here in Springs, definitely hit her up on Facebook. She great. She does it all: waxing, black face mask, everything. Hit her up.
Oh, quick shout outs. So yeah, all right. Well, we can kind of introduce ourselves now that we got the video right. We clicked the wrong camera, but now we got it right. So in case you guys are trying to figure out who we are, we're just trying to do some fun stuff around here. My name is Marshall. I'm I guess the one that kind of jumped off with the idea of starting a podcast and just kind of building a community and getting friends and family involved. And we deal with a lot of pretty cool people, and I know a lot of cool people with working with some cool people. T-Mobile for a long time. Was it 10 years this year? So I met a lot of pretty cool people through there. But yeah, I just wanted to bring a community together, get people excited about just whatever topics come up. I got a lot of friends that are super into conspiracy theories, and
That would be me.
yeah, I'm sure you'd get into those conversations pretty good. I got a guy that sent me some videos at work, and he's pretty into it. So I'll bring him on. You guys can have a good conversation about some conspiracy theories. But I'm into books. I started reading a lot, and I kind of started getting you into some of the books here too. So that I'm sure you have a lot of stuff you want to talk about with those, because
I think that would be
it changed a lot of your life. And
I'd be a good starting point for sure.
yeah,
For sure.
so
Yeah.
we're gonna try to bring this to you guys as often as we can. I think there's some things that we just want to put out there and have fun with, and it's cool because right before we started ours, I had the kids down here, and the kids are getting down on their own little podcast, which we'll upload onto YouTube and stuff, so the family and friends can see and hang out with. But yeah, why don't you introduce yourself and tell them who you are and what you're looking forward to doing, man?
Hey, so at work, T-Mobile, everybody knows me as Victor. Everybody else calls me Chris, but yeah, I'm Marshall's cousin, and he hit me up because I'm a crazy, obnoxious person, and this is something I really wanted to do, especially this time in my life. But what I want to bring to the podcast is, just talking free, just free will. There's no bias. You bring your thoughts and interest and bring them up, and we're just gonna go and talk about that. And we go back and forth because all of us have different beliefs and how we do things, what we believe in. So that's definitely one of my big things in life, just going with coaching, mentoring, a lot of different things that I'm working on now. But yeah, it's gonna be fun, it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be definitely some work, but we're gonna get you guys to start listening because eventually this is going to be something everybody's watching. Trust that.
And yeah, and we're trying to be involved with chat. We're trying to build a community here. So we got a dude in here already asking if we're going to take some questions. I think that'd be a fun thing to do too.
Shoot, man, shoot.
But yeah, just trying to build a community, just kind of some like-minded people, some people that just are intrigued with some of the stuff we do. I'm big into golf and fishing and start hunting and stuff. So maybe get some people involved with that. Yeah, I just want to build a community, have some fun, and see what takes us there.
So yeah, I could jump right off of that. I'm big into golf. Big into fishing.
I don't know about your
Bringing,
golf, bro.
well, I try. I'm not the worst by
You
any
quit
means. He's
golf
way
a
better
long
than me.
time ago, it seems like.
But the thing here is that I enjoy doing those things.
Yeah.
But here's something that I could bring up that many of you people that are on here, might be able to relate to. But just being in a relationship that people don't support you in. Marshall, what would be the worst thing I would do when you wanted to, like when ice fishing, golfing? What was the worst thing I did every time?
You'd always bail right away. Like you'd get into it 10 minutes, and then you'd be on your phone, and then you would just bail.
And
So that's why you stopped getting the invites. I mean, if I'm being honest with you, it's I'm not going to invite people that don't want to be there to enjoy themselves. If they want to be focused on other things, then go do that. Let me enjoy my peace. This is what I'm out here for.
Exactly, and the thing with that, it's just toxic relationships. When literally, I should have walked away from this a long time ago, but you know what? We live and learn. But with that, the excuses were all day. Hey, Marshall would be like, hey, you want to go ice fishing? I love to fish. Honestly, that's one of my biggest things. And ice fishing, I never done. I'm glad I didn't go last time because I heard they almost shit themselves because of a loud crack. Was that your Chad?
Well, so that was the first time we went. We went this last weekend, and it was a completely different story. So the first weekend we went, it was early. No, it wasn't even January. It was December, and there was 4 inches of ice, no snowpack on the ice. And so, you could see through the ice because it's so thin. So you're out there, fishing. I'm kind of tired. We get up early. We go at like 4 in the morning, get up there, get set up. So 10, 11 o'clock sitting in the sun's beating on us, get a little tired. So I, lean down in my chair, try to get comfy, try to take a nap. Next thing I know, the ice cracks right underneath us. I jump up, start damn near running to the shore because I was so freaking scared. Like it had me so shook. And everyone around us, same thing. They're looking around, ducking because they thought someone took a shot because it was so loud.
What do you think? I would have cried. More than
It was pretty
100%.
bad.
I would have probably cried.
To be honest, after that happened, we hung out for a few more minutes. Chad ended up catching a fish, and then we were like, all right, let's pack up. Let's take off because I had already caught some.
Yeah, and that's, fishing stories could go for days, but my worst fishing
Look,
stories.
Chad's in here talking shit about your golf too, bro. You ain't really big into golf.
Chad, you got good because of Marshall, bro. He's whipping your ass every day.
Whooping that ass. You still owe me a trophy, bro. What's up?
I remember one time, Chad will never admit it, but Marshall probably remembers. Me and Chad got so drunk. Where were we at, Marshall? Where you just left us because we were rolling down the hills.
I remember. Yeah, you guys had some to drink that day. I think it was Pine Creek.
It was, and Chad doesn't ever remember that, but I do.
Yeah.
But Marshall left us without.
I was over it.
He
Man.
was
I was
done.
there to play some golf, not watch a bunch of drunk people. If I want to do that, I'll fucking go hang out somewhere else.
And this is the thing. What we're doing with this is, we're not going to stay on topic most of the time. We're gonna, if we have somebody on here that wants to stay on topic, we're gonna bullshit probably most of the time. But my scariest moment, I was with Robert Shriver, one of my good friends. We were going to Rosemont Reservoir, taking bait down there when you probably weren't. We didn't know about it. Not wink, wink. But we're walking down. It's like maybe a mile hike down. And what happened is I'm walking down. Rob has a gun. His wife has a gun. But I'm the little guy in the back with no gun. And anybody that knows mountain lions, first thing Rob says is, hey, you're going to walk in the back. And I'm like, why? I said, I read about mountain lions when you told me that there may be some up here. And I was like, why am I going to walk in the back? He's like, because you don't got a gun. We'll shoot for you. So I literally swear to God that I think I heard, I know I did because I've never heard like a yell or whatever you want to call it. That was the craziest thing.
You saw the dude on the news just recently.
Oh, that's crazy.
He killed a mountain lion with his bare hands after being attacked.
And you know what? Working at T-Mobile, we work with.
You don't need a gun, bro. Use those guns. You were given.
I used to be big, but hey, it's been a minute. But I'm gonna tell you right now, a crazy thing about that. My community that I serve at work, I actually work with the LA market, and somebody actually brought that up today, and I think that's a cool thing that T-Mobile is doing, that you can actually get like really attached to your people that you're serving, because you work with the same clients every day.
People. That's what I enjoy about retail.
Yeah.
It's you get to build a relationship with a customer. It's not just call after call after call after call, and it's never the same person. And a lot of times, you can't resolve the issue or fix something on the first try. So, that's that personal interaction I enjoy.
And that's crazy too, because even your store is intertwined with your community at the call center.
Yeah, we just had a big old military appreciation day today, which was dope. I called like 7 different food trucks over. They came out, hung out with us. We had the radio station out. Just having a good time, enjoying it, and we had a lot of people turn out for it. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's crazy. But going back to that mountain lion story.
Yeah, those mountain lions.
So, and I just want to briefly touch on it. I think Joe Rogan even talked about it, but a lot of these people that we see in MMA and stuff, a lot of the reason they do the things that we can't do with street fights and stuff, they stay composed, and they say that was the number reason that guy survived. If he wouldn't went crazy like most people do, the guy was composed, collected, and that's why he was able to go ahead and get that. I can't believe he literally got away from that with focus.
He didn't get away, bro. He killed it.
I know he killed those son of a bitch. Like with that guy, you remember that guy that cut his arm off that was stuck somewhere?
Yeah, his arm was stuck under like a rock or something. He cut his own arm off just so he would survive.
Yeah. And then the bear attack that this guy walks back, 2 bear attacks. My bad, guys. I'm getting notification. I'm going to turn that off right now. But, yeah, the guy survived bear attacks. The thing we don't do as human beings, we don't respect the animals around us. And I feel like Marshall, you can contest to this. Where our grandma lives, it literally was a field, and now that it's getting closer and closer and closed up, coyotes are everywhere, and those little things are fucking vicious as shit. Are you scared of any animals, Marshall?
I mean, I've never came across anything in real life, like besides at the zoo, like to have me scared. Like, it's a different story when you're at the zoo, because you got this big ass thick glass, stopping them from being able to eat your ass. So you can stand there with confidence, like, yeah, it's no big deal. But in real life, no, I haven't come across anything that scares me.
So no, like, grandma's terrified of mice.
Nah, that's nothing. I can deal with that. Snakes, spiders.
Me too. I'm not afraid of that.
We used to go into the field all the time and walk out with spiders. Chaz knows this. Chad lived next door. He was out there catching fucking snakes and shit with us. And then his mom would fucking freak out because she was so afraid of him.
Oh, yeah. Chad used to get his ass whipped.
But we was always out there doing dumb shit because we had these big ass fucking ponds with tadpoles in them, and it was all mud. We would come home covered in mud from head to toe, having to be sprayed off in the freaking front yard with the hose because we were so dirty.
Exactly. And then we found a boat out there one time, and we dragged it all the way back to our house, and fun. It literally was a nice little piece yard work.
Yeah, there's houses pretty much all the way that fills all the way to that.
Yeah, I don't even think that place is there anymore. I really don't think that place is there anymore. Let me silence my phone real quick. But yeah, the craziest thing about that, I don't know if you, remember what I did in that tire. Remember that tire thing we had?
Man, we did the tire for the firecracker. Damn near blew your finger off.
So I thought it was a jumping jack.
You could just hold them and see, the colorful flame shoot out of the side of them. No big deal. This fool had a fucking black cat. He held onto it thinking it's just going to show this flame, shooting out of the firework. Held onto it. That shit exploded and damn near ripped his finger off.
That's not the only time I've done dumb shit.
I had the field on fire. I mean, that field was good to us growing up. It gave us so much freedom outside of the house because we weren't in like neighborhoods. There wasn't a real big place for us to get in trouble. We was just out there going at it, man.
Oh yeah, and the bad thing about that fire, it was kind of funny though because there is an Asian lady out there that barely spoke English over there yelling at us in like, I don't know, Chinese, Japanese, but she sounded like that video's like, I gave you $20 and whatever, but they're throwing water on the fire and I see it, and for some reason I just had this weird feeling to go check on what they're doing. Here's this kid, Marshall, and my cousin Marshall,
already ready to
and
take
Adam.
off, bro.
And so as soon as I get out there, they take off. I'm literally trying to stop this son of a bitch, this fire out. And I come back and literally my shoes are melted on the bottom from it. And everybody left me out there, and we all had to sit in back of a fire marshal or a cop car. What did we have?
It was the cop car, and then they took us to the fire department. I had to sit in front of the fire chief and explain what I did so he can explain the seriousness of it. They even wanted to send me to the hospital to see burn victims to try to scare me straight with how serious it was for me catching the damn field on fire.
I got to get Bobby Still's story in there. It was the very same day. The very same day.
Wrestling on the trampoline? Is that the story?
So that same day, Bobby Still, I love you, but I got to tell the story. That same day, 20 minutes before I went down there, Bobby was taking a piss off the trampoline, and he zipped his shit up right there. He literally was in pain for like months, but... Yeah, Chad.
Even Chad's out here talking about shooting the cows with paintball.
Chad, that's not the craziest times. It was when we were doing you and Marshall were doing it first, and I just happened. I was a follower all the time, so I was doing it with you guys, but putting the dog shit in the purse, and you guys put $1 on there, and then your dumbass threw a rock at a car.
No, the purse thing was by far probably one of my most hilarious memories from growing up. So we would get an empty purse that our parents had, right, or our mothers would have, and we would fill it with dog shit from the yard, right? And then we would put it in the middle of the street in front of where we live, and as cars drove by, they would stop and pick it up, thinking that they just got to come up on this purse, right?
Oh, and they'd get halfway
They'd
down
open
the street.
it up, so they'd get halfway down the street, open it up,
Slam
realize
it.
it's filled with dog shit, slam their brakes, and throw it out the window. It was the funniest thing in the world. And because they throw it out, we'd get it back and be able to do it over and over and over again.
And I don't think Chad meant to do it, but there's a couple times where we just made mud balls and we're throwing them at cars. Stupid.
We tried with snow, but there wasn't enough, so we'd fill it in with some mud,
So yeah, but the thing was, we were so stupid because how would they know where it was coming from?
Oh, absolutely.
And Chad, did you not break a window?
Oh man,
I think you got your ass beat for that because that was crazy. And then there's just so many crazy times on that block, like literally just.
And it's crazy because you still live in there, and I'm like 2 blocks away. Like we never.
That's the crazy thing about our families. We're always.
Everyone's within blocks from each other, except for my sister who decided to move out to the country, which I'm trying to do too, by the way. So if you guys see anything on the market, let me know.
Since when do you want to go out there?
Bro, I want some land. I want some freedom. I want to raise some chickens and have pigs. And
this is news to me.
Yeah, I'm trying. Since I can't leave, like I've been wanting to move out of Colorado for years now. But Nicole's got family here. We're built in. Like everyone's so damn close. It's hard to leave, and so that'd be my kind of escape without actually leaving.
Yeah, and with me, man, I think I want to move away and get away because same old shit's different day. But just reading those books and how my mindset a different way. But the thing with me, I think I have separation anxiety with being a mama's girl or mama's boy and grandma's boy. But just having cancer when I was little, man, it's hard for me to leave them because it's separation anxiety. But I would love to go to Winnemucca with your dad and make some money there. But literally, me and your dad would probably rip each other's heads off.
I think it'd be a good time.
Oh, no.
It's fun to
Him
watch.
and little Vic would probably jump me, bro.
Yeah, probably.
They probably would. But no, one of the things that Marshall will remember real fondly because he makes fun of me all the time for it. But you could tell the story about when his dad used to race cars. My dad would work on them. Chad's dad would work on the race cars. And Marshall and Chad had a real brilliant idea for me with a big wheel. Do you remember that story?
Oh, I loved big wheels, bro. We ripped everywhere on the big wheels.
Oh,
the big front tire on the front with the pedals on it, little steering wheel, and 2 small plastic tires in the back. We would ride those things until those tires were pretty much ripped open.
Do you remember what you guys made me do off the trailer?
I remember because it's hilarious. I remember everything hilarious.
I had a helmet on, right?
No helmet.
Oh, shit.
So we thought we were the shit on the big wheels, right? We were driving down the biggest hills in, the neighborhood. We were going down ditches. Like, we thought we were the shit on the big wheels.
And there was nobody watching. So there's a cul-de-sac in front of my grandma's just to give the point of view. and everybody. It really didn't even have to be a big wheel. If it had any wheels on it, so Travis, Eric, me, Marshall, anything that we can do, Chad, we would literally get anything that would ride down that hill, and it was literally just a downhill, not far at all, but cars are coming back and forth, and everybody was trying to stop and do what they could to stop. But man, those were the times. But the story.
Well, it's not even just this story. It's almost every story because you fall for it every single time, which is great. It's the whole, if you do it, I'll do it thing, right?
And they never do
what
it.
I was big on. Well, no, here's the thing.
I
would do it, but we would get to the point where we do shit to where someone gets hurt, and then we get yelled at to stop. So then it's like, oh, well, the parents told us to stop. I guess I don't have to do it, or I can't do it.
And guess who was the one that always got hurt?
You always go first, bro.
And
always go.
And so that one, they made me ride. They didn't make me. I always made the stupid decision. But I rode a big wheel off a trailer, thinking I would have enough momentum to land on the. So I didn't watch Fast and Furious yet. I wasn't. We were probably still in elementary school, but I rode it. Literally did a front flip right onto my head. Got up like nothing happened, but I was pretty sure I was concussed. But the probably best story. I know it's going to sound stupid, but probably the best story, it's probably been years now, but I literally had to wear a maxi pad on my ass.
You talking about the fireworks?
Oh, yeah.
The bottle rocket out of the butt crack. We did that before Jackass, by the way.
Yeah,
I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah, we really did do that.
We set the bar for that. We just didn't have social media like we did back then.
Oh, yeah.
To show it off, man. We would have been
100%. We could have been Jackasses of Colorado Springs.
We was doing some dumb shit.
Literally what happened, Marshall said, I'll do it next, blah, 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 just like always. And I don't know who stuck in my crack because it wasn't Marshall. And somebody lit that shit, and the bottle rocket didn't go off, so the fucking fuse fell between my butt crack and literally burned my ass, blistered up, and there was nothing I could do to stick like a Band-Aid there. It was literally, my dad just said, what, the bottle rocket? Yeah, Dad, you remember that. Yeah. And so I had to wear a maxi pad on my ass for like 2 weeks. It was bad. It was really bad. But you remember when was it you or your dad that Dad won't call you out now, put the snake in the mailbox?
Oh man, that was hilarious. On your dad?
Yeah. Was that you?
I put that thing in there. He about shit himself. It was so funny.
He literally is so scared of snakes. Like my dad's scared.
I didn't think it was a big deal, right? We're still pretty little. We think these little pranks are hilarious. I didn't realize like at this age now, like how frightening that is for people when they have a phobia like that.
Oh, and his phobia is two things. And my dad will probably hit on it right now. My dad's scared shitless of snakes, and my dad is shitless of water. He cannot go around water. When we're on boats, like we went on my cousin Steve's boat one time, and it's a little 10-foot like still boat with a little trolling motor, and he's over there just grabbing everything. He's shaking, and he's like, "Are you sure this isn't going to tip over, Steve?" Because it's one of the ones that went back and forth. But terrified as shit. But I can you think of everything that you have a phobia of? Like
I don't have a lot, to be honest. Like I get a little, light tickles in the stomach when I'm on heights, but it doesn't really scare me. Like I'm trying to still go skydiving, by the way. If anyone wants to go
I can't do that
with me, I don't need to do it a lot. I just want to do it one time. But there's, I'm good with all of it. Like there's not really anything that like creeps me out that I'm like phobia of it.
I can't do skydiving.
There's things that I just genuinely don't like, but there's not things that I don't like because they scare me.
I just don't know. I used to be afraid of snakes. I'm not gonna lie, but they don't bother me no more. But Marshall and Chad's dumbasses, they would just go and literally all they would do all day is go pick up freaking boards, anything in that damn field. No joke, there were snakes under everything.
Every single one, yeah. But, I mean, that's just what you did when there was nothing to do, and your parents let you hang out outside because there was nothing going on inside. If you were inside, they'd yell at you and make you clean, and so you're like, fuck that, I'm going to go outside and do my thing and let them handle it, and we'd just go out there and make a mess and get in trouble.
That was the only thing we had, really. Like, that's the thing with these kids these days. They're too stuck on damn video games. Shit, we were playing. I have a scar. What is it on this one? Yeah, I think it's on that one. You can barely see it. But my damn grandpa, crazy old Grandpa Victor, I was playing. Marshall, were you outside that day? When I
Tell me more about the story. I'll let
so it was Jason. It was Westside Fertilizer. You remember Jason D. Herrera? The one that lived at the end of the street?
Yeah.
Westside Fertilizer.
Yeah.
Used to call him. I don't know where the nickname came from, but literally, I dove for the ball because we were playing in a small yard. Anywhere we could find grass, we play in. But my dumb ass, trying to be a show off, dived for a ball into the street, and I landed on glass. Well, I got a badass scar because my grandpa says, "Oh, you don't need to go to the hospital for that." He literally tried to cut off the stitches and pull out the knot. Didn't happen. Literally, the wound was still open. But damn, Cimarron Hills was cracking with a bunch of different stuff. Travis and Eric's house was just crazy, man. I remember when you first started smoking weed, you guys would go in the old dump truck.
Ago. It was so long ago.
You started young. I didn't.
Yeah.
You guys would. I would go over there, and you and Eric were so high. Like, you guys were just on the bed laughing your asses off.
That's terrible.
And then you guys got caught up.
No, we don't do that stuff. No, we don't do that.
I don't. I'm trying. Yeah, I like doing other things.
So what are you doing now? So recently, single guy over here. What's up, ladies? Hit him up. So what are you doing now, living this single life? Single dad. Beautiful daughter, by the way. She's kind of afraid of the beard sometimes, but once she warms up to me, she's usually fine. But what's life like, bro?
It's new for sure.
And completely 100% on your own.
It's new because honestly, like, you just sometimes,
because this is for the last, just to get kind of catch you guys up, for the last few weeks we've been talking, all he's been talking about is baby mama drama. I'm trying to get him out of this and get his mind right,
Yeah, and
focused on things that actually matter instead of the drama.
Yeah, and he's absolutely right. Like,
sent you some books, right?
Oh, 100%. And
tell me about those books. Which ones did you read and which ones did you like the most?
I've gotten through two. I'm on Think and Get Rich. I don't remember the name of the book. What is it called?
I think it's like Think Big and Grow Rich.
Think Big and Grow Rich. I'm on that one now. But the most inspiring, both of them actually inspiring. They kind of had the same concept. But the thing I liked about David and Goggins Can't Hurt Me is
that fool's a fucking maniac.
Fucking maniac.
He scares the shit out of me. That's probably who I would be afraid of.
Yeah, literally. If
there's anything in my life that scares me, it'd be that guy right there.
Literally, and that's what changed my mindset. Like 100%. Like, I would crumble probably a year, 2 years, anywhere before a year ago. I would have crumbled. But after like listening to this book, Marshall even said, he goes, I've read it and listened to it, but it gives you way more like intensity listening to the book because you actually go through it. And the thing that it inspired me about is this man just literally conquered anything he ever put his mind to. And I agree with him. Like, I've always been that motivational guy, but motivation is bullshit. You just got to do it. Don't say just do, just like our podcast
right, that
is
was
called.
A clever name I came up with.
Marshall sure did.
It's funny because I came up with that name because I was so motivated after listening to his podcast that I was like, okay, I'm going all in on something. And I've always said that. So I finally got to the point where I was like, well, now you're just being a bitch. Don't say it, just do it. And I was like, hey, that's kind of clever.
And 100%. And it wasn't even about that. That's just the kind of mindset you get from that book. Because the thing that it really taught me is that you got to tell your subconscious to shut up. Like, we're built to...
You hear yourself, you don't realize it, but you're talking to yourself more than you talk to anybody else. And you start playing mind tricks on yourself because you're building stuff up to be bigger than what they actually are most of the time. At least in your case, from everything you deal with.
You've learned, and it's... but listen to that book, like, literally, it's just brought me from here to here, just knowing, like, what you really do, because the basis of the whole book is just, like, we're as humans, we're built to be comfortable. Like, we don't want to be uncomfortable. Our subconscious minds don't want us to be comfortable. You got to put yourself in uncomfortable situations to actually survive in life. This man, literally, the biggest thing that really stood up to me, and he kind of goes back on it and wishes he didn't do as much, but he said in his worst times, he literally, when getting through something, 2 broken legs, sickle cell, whatever was going on, he said he found comfort and was able to get over the edge by looking out for other people, because you don't look towards yourself with the pain you're going through. So it's literally like that book, I'm telling you, it's changed my mind.
What's the name of the book again?
Can't Hurt Me. Can't hurt me.
Don't hurt me, bro.
Don't hurt me. Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I got the hard copy upstairs if you're trying to read the actual hard copy. But the podcast was dope. The podcast or the audiobook. It's an audiobook / kind of podcast. After each segment, he would kind of go into a little bit more in-depth perspective of the situations that he talked about in his book. So it was super cool to listen to by far.
Yeah, because after every chapter, he goes in and just tells you about what he went through. The dude is literally the most accomplished guy when it comes to, he went through Navy SEAL training 3 times, and not because he quit. It's because of injury. The second one,
his body literally would not let him.
His body gave out before his mindset.
Like, he was ready to keep going, but they had to like stop him, otherwise he would like die.
His first, what was the not triad?
What blew my mind was the very beginning of the book when he was completely out of shape. After he kind of gives some background of his life, but when he finally hit that switch where he's like, my life is changing. He ran 100-mile fucking marathon race with completely out of shape. 100-mile on his feet. Both of his feet were broken by the end of it. Like,
oh yeah,
I would be done after like a mile if I'm lucky. Let's be honest. I'm out of shape. And this dude ran 100.
And the whole time, he ends up getting real sick after one of these 100K races. And what he's doing the whole time is he's trying to prove to this one guy that's being like totally like, I don't even know why. He doesn't even explain why the guy doesn't like him. The guy that runs all these ultra marathons, they just didn't want him. And so he's running all these little races. And after one of these...
it was like a race through a desert. And it's not that they didn't want him. They knew he would die if he tried it because of the extreme, implications that you're going through.
But they didn't know yet. So he had to basically
prove himself.
He had to prove
that he can do a 100-mile race before they were going to let him do a 100-mile race in the middle of the desert where it's 120 degrees.
And I'm going to get close to Mike for this one because literally he goes to an 100K. I don't remember which one it was. And he totally like just collapses. His wife at the time was some type of nurse or something. And he went home, and he didn't want to go to the hospital right away. He said, I want to go, and he said, I want to feel this pain. Give me a minute to feel this pain. So he sat in the bathtub for a minute, said, I want to feel this pain. He goes to the hospital. They do a bunch of tests, make sure he's okay. And if I'm not mistaken, it was a hole in his heart that they found that he had been running with the whole damn time. Yeah. And they do not know how he did it.
Yeah, it blows everyone's mind. And then, he's crazy. I started researching him and looking him up after kind of reading his book and then going through his audiobook. That dude is insane. He set a world pull-up record.
And you could see his bones on his damn hand.
Yeah, because they were ripped open so bad. Yeah, he's an incredible guy. If you guys ever want to find someone super inspirational, super inspiring, just a complete fucking badass, it's definitely David Goggins. And the book is called Don't Hurt Me, and it was fucking amazing.
It literally, you can't, there's no excuse. Once he told himself, he literally was in the military, got medical release because of his sickle cell, and that he had to lose 135 pounds or something within, I think it was 3 months.
Yeah.
And he did it, pulled it off, got into the Navy SEALs, and once it clicked, and the thing that he tells, like, inspired me, he goes, once you get going, you can't go to the gym for 3 years and just stop. This is never-ending commitment. And the one word that sticks out to me, you have in both books on Fuck Yourself by John Bishop or David Bishop, John Bishop, same thing. You have to be relentless. This isn't a 1 or 2 day thing. You have to go about it. The biggest thing that
I liked about the David Goggins book is when he talked about callousing his mind. I just thought that was
that is just like, it gives me chills
to explain kind of what he's trying to get through to people, and it was cool. I love that book. It was a good book. I was super excited to read it. I'm glad that you started kind of getting into some.
He didn't think I was going to do it.
I really didn't, because last year I wanted to go big like this. Instead of doing a podcast, I want to start a book club. So I started a little book club because everyone laughed at me when I told them that I read. Like, people didn't believe it that I read books because they didn't read books. They thought it was not cool to do.
And when I walked in, I was like, I seen the books, and I see, and that's the thing. You gotta, and this goes to a different subject, what I'll bring up later. But I'm gonna tell you that callous to mind. Yeah, and I'll just go ahead and explain that real quick, because I didn't really, because it took me a while to. I know what callous means, but David Goggins, what he wants you to do is
mental strength.
Yeah, put yourself in uncomfortable situations. If you go to the gym, he's like, there's no bullshit. You look at yourself in the mirror and you're fat. He does not tell, oh yeah, you're okay, you're gonna be good. No, he tells you to call yourself a excuse my language, a fucking fat ass. If you're doing bad in school, you better call yourself a stupid ass, because eventually you're gonna tell yourself that so much that you're gonna hate yourself and you're gonna want to do it. And it's just the way it is, and it's worked for him. And he's put himself in so many uncomfortable situations to where not
Like,
only
he goes
physically,
out to find it now,
yeah,
because
he finds
shit
it.
just doesn't like freak him out anymore.
And
Like, he has to push things so far past what you would even believe was a possibility, and it blows my mind sometimes.
it's crazy because it's not even that it helps him. He goes, it helps me physically, but he goes, it also helps me with this. If a death comes up, I know how to deal with it anymore. I know how to deal with any situation that I'm faced with. It's crazy.
That's a pretty good one.
And then the Unfuck Yourself book, it was good. If you guys read it,
It's hard to go to another inspirational book like that
after David Goggins.
So you have to kind of change it up. So I mean, I gave you also the other book recommendation, which was about building a basis on social medias and stuff, by Gary V.
That's
Gary
the one
V's dope. Check him out. A lot of people love Gary V.
And I would probably tell you, if you're gonna start listening to audiobooks, don't start with David Goggins. I think that was.
I mean, it depends on where you're at. If you're in a place,
I needed it.
You needed it, bro.
I needed it.
Like, there came a point where things just were not looking good for you at all. And so you needed someone to either kick you in the ass or someone to show you some light at the end of the tunnel. And I felt like that would relate to you in such a way that it would change your life. And for the past couple weeks after reading that book, it definitely seems like that's kind of the way you're trying to go with it, is change your life.
Yeah, and 100%, that's right, because
you're starting to talk to more people that are involved with better things and staying out of drama and just living your life the way you want to live it.
Yeah, and that's for sure, because I coach football for my nephew.
Yeah, that's dope.
And then Dana, shout out to him. Dana will probably go ahead and Dana Keith. He's been very inspirational to me. He puts this reach up, rise out, or rise up, and basically brings like-minded people together. You own a business, you don't. He just wants to bring people that want to do something with their lives.
Building a community, right?
Exactly.
That's what we talked about when we started this, and it's cool. I want to get him in here. I didn't really get to meet him.
He said he'll come in,
but he seems like a cool cat. It seems like you and him kick it off pretty well. I've seen a lot of his stuff on social media, and yeah, I mean, it's building a community of like-minded people that fucking enjoy each other's presence and can push each other to do bigger, better things.
Yeah, and if you need videography or anything, hit up Dana. But the reason I brought that up, because literally it's right. Like, I went there and met his, I don't know how they're related, but Jules Ramirez. She works for council organization. It's called CONCO, I believe it is. But I've been going through this advocacy program because I'm literally inspired. That's my passion, is to help kids coach basically young boys that don't have fathers. Most of my kids are like that. My nephew especially, and just I could go off of names with them all day. But what she was able to give me is a chance to work with this community, or with the community down south. And literally what I've been doing is learning how to start a nonprofit organization and basically get grants to do so, to basically help with transportation, crime rates. And I would have never done that if I didn't just, I felt uncomfortable going there. But after listening to this David Goggins book, it's like, why not put myself in that situation? If I don't put myself in that situation.
What else are you going to do? Go home, sit on the couch and get fat?
Oh, no, I got to lose weight, man.
I mean, you might as well do something.
Yeah.
That's the big thing now. That's why I go out and golf and do all that shit, is because if not, my ass would be sitting on the couch. I'd be twice the size I am right now.
Yeah, and it's just, I'm telling you, the books have been really inspiring. I've had very good support at work, at home. But just going back to toxic relationships, guys, if you're in them and you don't have a 50-50 concern or support, get out of it. I'm not going to bag on the ex or anything, but I'm going to tell you, if you just have two different views, I made excuses for a lot of my life.
Well, I think the big important part is that clearly it's not working out, and that you guys are both so toxic to each other that you have faults, she has faults, and you guys just can't get past those. And because of that, it's like you guys are just living in misery for ever, as long as that's going on. You got to break free of that. It's so much better to have, I could speak from experience. It's so much better to have a partner that's, not jealous, that allows you to have some freedoms, that you have to be that person's best friend, because you're sharing a life with this person. They have to know you inside and out.
Yeah, what wowed me, I came over 2 nights ago, and literally, I'm just not used to this lifestyle because that's the way they are, and the way I was, I had to been like literally, where you at? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
And we go upstairs. I'm like, oh, Nicole left, and Marshall's like, yeah, she left. I'm like, so she doesn't tell you where she's going? And he goes, I don't give a shit. I got the house to myself.
Yeah.
Got the house to myself. But no, it's real.
If it was important to me, she would have invited me or told me. It was her business.
Yeah, he spit the truth the other night. Like, literally, no matter what, you're going to care about that person. But at the same time, you got to get away from the situation.
You guys will be so much more civil separated than together, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I've been over the situation for a long time. But there's so much lying in it that, there's closure needed. I've been over the emotional side of it, but just having to deal with, the whole thing that went through, and I don't even want to elaborate on it.
Yeah, it's way too much.
Yeah, it's way too deep.
Don't want to hear that
oh,
shit.
No, not at all. You guys will start clicking off right away. But we have 6 viewers, only 2 followers. What's going on with that?
That's all right, bro. First night. And we had the kids on here earlier, Shoot, they probably got us all of our viewers and followers.
Well, heck yeah. But I'm telling you guys, it's going to get better and better. We both have anybody that
we'll get some more subjects, specific subjects. We'll get some cool guests in here. Just hang out, have a good time, talk about just whatever comes up, bullshit. It's gonna be fun.
Anybody that has a small business wants to come in here, promote your business.
Small businesses.
Exactly, and then any friends.
I got a guy that I work with that just started a painting company. He's been pretty excited about that. And what's exciting to me is watching other people's excitement when they get into something new like that. Like, it's fun to be around because they're so ambitious. They're so ready to conquer the world that it's fun to be around. So I try to promote it the best I can. And, I took a bunch of his business cards and passed them out. And
I love doing that.
It's just fun, just helping other people out.
But the craziest thing, man, I don't know what it is, but T-Mobile is just, and I know I'm bringing them up a lot, but it's crazy. Like, Jay Briggs, he does videography. Everybody there has a side hustle. Everybody at T-Mobile has a side hustle, whether it be videography. John Ayer, he literally has so many followers with electronic. He'll hate me if I say it wrong, but I think it's electronic music. Whatever he may do, he's out there doing that. He has like people, like high level people hitting him up. But it's crazy. I don't know, like, T-Mobile knows how to find talented people that have a side hustle.
Well, it's talented people attract other talented people because other big people that see the great shit that's going on, they want to be a part of that. Like, that's the big culture push that I enjoy so much on the retail side is we have the opportunity to branch out more in the call center because we're not attached to, these things 24/7. Like, we have so many more freedoms.
And I'm not going to lie. I love doing the call center, but
it's cool.
I'm a salesman. Like,
sales is kind of disappearing. Customers know what they want. You don't have to sell no one on anything anymore.
Yeah, you can't do it.
It's about customer experience. It's about taking care of them and making them happy and going above and beyond to resolve anything that comes up. Like,
it's crazy the way the market.
Yeah, it's about building relationships. About building a clientele base that comes and sees you, and when they do, they're going to be happy people and they'll buy when they buy.
Yeah, you can't just have a cold mouthpiece anymore. You got to be able to read a customer, know what they want. You can throw extras in there, but I'm going to tell you, same way when customers call in to do upgrades or anything like that, the whole thing, I always bundle deal, price it high, let them know what they're paying for. And they're like, no, I could go get that off of Amazon. And that's a big thing too. It's so easy to get stuff off of Amazon and everything like that.
I'm an Amazon whore. I'm not gonna lie. I live off Amazon. Most of the shit that I got for this setup was pretty much from Amazon.
Oh,
Amazon, I love them.
100%. Like, I don't shop on Amazon much. I'm one of those dumbasses that go to Ross all the time and think I'm just spending $1 here and there. But my problem is I shouldn't be spending $1 here and there because I'll go there 3 or 4 times a week and get a $10 T-shirt and not realize I spent $30. Yeah. I'm just not good with my money.
You get 3 shirts instead of 1 if you buy it at any other store.
It is good, but I need to start spending money on other stuff.
You need to spend some money and decorate some of these fucking walls behind us. Look how fucking plain they look in the video feed.
Oh no, we're gonna get that going, and I got tons of stuff. We'll put some golf equipment over here, and we'll try to get some childhood pictures up here with Chad Pilger.
Nobody wants to see your ugly ass child pictures.
I was a pretty baby.
Yeah.
I was pretty. I'm still pretty. I'm still pretty.
Yeah.
I'm cocky though.
Yeah.
But so what do you think? So like, let's go ahead and do this. Who's on here still? Chad, you still on here?
We got a few people. You trying to open it up for Q&A?
Come on, just shoot us some questions.
There's a little bit of a delay from the actual live feed than what pops up on there, so it may be a few minutes before you, or probably 30, 45 seconds before you see it pop up. But
That's all good.
Pretty cool. Thanks for coming to hang out with us. We've had pretty steady amount of streamers popping in.
What I want to do too. One of the people I want to get on here is just I want to know. And even if when your dad's here, I want to get my dad and your dad on here. The passion they have for like cars is just crazy, and just I want them.
Hey, we're going. My dad and I are going to Vegas first weekend of March to go watch a NASCAR race. That's sick, huh?
I'm scared being around your dad.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I love you, Uncle Ray. No, I would love to go to Vegas.
Trip to Vegas, bro. I've never been.
You never been to Vegas?
Never been. One time.
So
Nicole
the first
and I are going. No kids, nothing. We about to go party it up.
Bro, I'm just gonna tell you right now.
Fucked up.
Just pace yourself. I'm gonna tell you guys right now.
Oh,
if you haven't been to Vegas, most people have. Marshall, you're an outcast. First time I went with my boss. He was Asian. First time, and then this guy Daniel Tapia, real good friend of mine. But the dude was 19, and I didn't realize that until we got there. So I'm in the club by myself at Hotel Paris, got a beautiful room, whatever. And then all of a sudden, I end up realizing that nobody's going to be with me, and I end up being with a group of like bridesmaids they're doing their little bachelorette party. Yeah. So they're like, so where's all your friends at? I was like, I got a couple cute friends. Well, I try to find some guys that are around me. Didn't work. But I was so drunk that I literally just went home and slept the next 2 days because I was trying to be cool. Don't be cool, guys, because it's going to bite you in the ass. Smoked a cigar the next morning, and I didn't know how to smoke a cigar. I got sick off my ass. Second time I went, I got so drunk the first night that I literally slept through our company party and didn't wake up till like 2 hours before I was about to catch the plane, and literally almost missed the bus because I didn't want to get out of bed. Yeah. It was crazy. So
yeah, we're about to have a good time. I'm looking forward to it.
So
we're gonna go try some of the restaurants out there. We're gonna do some sightseeing. We're trying not to spend a whole lot of money, just because we want to finish a few things here around the house. But yeah, we're about to go have some fun. Go do some sightseeing. Go drink a little bit. Maybe do a little bit of gambling. Have a good time.
I'm gonna tell you this: when you go to Vegas, people think you're gonna gamble. All you do is drink.
Well, yeah, that's how you get drinks, is sit there and gamble.
The second time I went, we got a $500, because I won it through Sprint because my store was the top performing store in the district. But other than that,
that's Sprint. That's not easy. That's super easy to do. Don't be trying to brag about that shit.
I can go in your store and be a top salesman like that.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah, right.
But I won that trip. We went out there. They gave us $500. I brought like $1,000 on top of that. I literally was stupid.
Did you blow it all?
$500 bet I put on blackjack right away. $500. Lost it. So I pulled out $250 out of my $1,000. I ended up getting $250 back, and then I hit a blackjack, and then I put it all down again. I was drunk just because of the drinks on the plane. I was trying to show off, so I just pulled out another $250.
And you were cool.
I literally was down to $500 before I even got to the room.
Wow. I mean, that's cool. But if you're going to do that, you got to go bet black or red on roulette. You can't do blackjack. You just go throw it on black or red, hope you hit.
I want to learn how to play craps. I learned how to play it for a while, but the game to play, and I don't even remember how to play, it's called Pagao. And it's literally like a Vietnamese or Filipino game, but that game is like there's so many ways to win. I like playing cards, I don't like slots. I feel like you have some sort of like influence on which cards, if hit me, don't hit me. With blackjack, I don't play slot machines. I think it's so rigged.
I mean, it's in favor of the house. You know that going in, but the chances of you hitting big is just like why people gamble and go buy lottery tickets.
Yeah, because you
hit good.
Because you don't have to really bet a lot to hit big on a slot. That makes perfect sense.
Cheap.
But
you can sit there all day and keep getting fed drinks, playing cheap.
When I go with grandma, you know how she always wants to go, and my mom, you drive us, blah blah blah. It's not like that anymore because they think I'm gonna get drunk, which I don't get drunk up there anymore. Mom, dad, grandma, but literally. When I go up there, grandma, my mom, my dad, they get so pissed because I blow my money within 20, 30 minutes because I blackjack's just so addictive.
We've only been to Cripple Creek like twice.
You guys?
Yeah, we don't gamble. Like, I like to throw money at shit I enjoy, and I don't enjoy gambling because I lose it too fast. like when we go up there, we give like each other $100 each, and that's it. And we go up there, take a chance, and we either hit or we don't. But after that, we're like, cool, fun. But that same $100 could go buy me like 4 rounds of golf.
You are a golfer. You're addicted to that.
I am. It's hard not to be. Just because every year I consistently get better and better. I won the T-Mobile tournament 2 years in a row. So last year we won it outright. What's up, guys? Yeah.
We finished like 4th.
Yeah.
But I got put on I literally got signed up 2 weeks before, and I got put on a crappy team.
Yeah, I brought my team.
I brought my team. Marshall recruited, like, he went to the Castle Pines and literally recruited.
All the pros, they had to carry me on their back. Yeah, right, bro. I was making those shots. Don't be trying to
I'm not going to lie. I literally was golfing with 2 guys that were actually good, but I actually out-golfed everybody on that team that day, and I was pretty excited.
Well, shit, that's hard to believe because last time I went golfing with you, your first 2 balls went over the house in front of you, not down the range.
I was also shooting with your clubs that you gave me that I still owe you money for.
They were good clubs. I hit them right down the middle.
But I was my first time hitting them.
Right over a house. Twice. 2 times in a row. Back to back.
We don't even keep my score.
And then you fucking were like, okay, I'm done. I'm going home.
I think it was. But the course I hate, man, and it just makes me feel... If we went out there now, you guys would probably just leave me. But the King's Deer, it's cool because you get that big-ass discount. But that place, I probably spent in balls alone, probably like $300.
You got to get a hookup on balls. So
I got a hookup on balls.
Yeah, I bet you do, homo. No, but we got...
That's not... It's not the... homo is a very friendly word. We're not using that in derogatory term. If there's any people that like the same sex, we're not using it in that way.
Man, I got family members that are gay. I'm okay with it. It don't bother me. I just think it's funny that it drives people crazy. I'm a very go against the grain kind of guy. Like, if you say I can't do this, I go do it anyways. No, Grandma, I haven't. See, Grandma's asking about my little golf thing that she got me. So my grandma just got me a gift. And
for when he shits.
Yeah, you put it around the front of the toilet and you got a little putter and you can knock it in the hole, you know? So, no, I have not tried it out yet. I just got it, though.
Grandma, put on some, just ask, or just say something on here that you remember most fondly of the dumbest shit me and Marshall's ever done.
Oh, there's so many of it. It's going to take her plenty of time to see.
Marshall was a pyromaniac, by the way.
I love fire. I can't help it. Like, something about it just amazes me with it. I can't help it.
Like, literally this, my I don't know, remember who built it, but we used to have like this little, like, almost, it was a playhouse, but it was more like Marshall would be in there just lighting matches for no fucking reason.
I like fire, and I like the smell of matches. That's kind of weird.
The smell of matches is undeniable, probably the best smell in the world.
No.
I love it. And gas. And gas is probably, it's not a bad
crazy
one. Come on, Grandma.
Well, it was a good time, though. Yeah. I mean, this is fun. What do you think so far?
Oh, it's going to get better and better because we're going to have subjects and we're going to have people that we could talk about. And
just wanted to show everyone that we've been telling about this, that we's doing it. We ain't just in here talking about it. We doing it.
What is it? Don't say.
Bro, how you going to already forget? Don't say.
No, I was asking. I'm trying to get a little catchy phrases in here. Yeah. But yeah.
Don't say just do. Follow us on Twitter. Don't say just do. Or you can follow me at Fire Marshall on Twitter. I got a bunch of followers. Come hit me up. Super active. And
I'm going to get my Twitter game. I don't got a Twitter game.
What I like about Twitter is you can reach out to so many other people. Like Facebook, you got to build up a friendship and this and that. Twitter, you could just hit up anybody and just start talking to them.
And literally,
sometimes they'll respond.
What I would like to do with this, 100%, like I think I got a story that, I could reach out to a lot of people and, just motivating story. And eventually, maybe, even renting out a little building to where it's professional and we could get some major, like, game changers, like literally people that could talk to you and literally back up the stuff we're saying. Like, I know it would be very, very hard to get David Goggins on here, but there's a lot of badass people in Colorado Springs that have overcame a lot.
Yeah, David Goggins likes training here. He does some races here just because he enjoys the altitude.
Adrian Broner was here, and I got to meet him on the incline.
He's dope.
Yeah, but that dude, he can't box.
It's just we'll do what we do, and people will come and they'll leave, and if they enjoy it, they'll stick around. If we're open to feedback, if there's shit that he's doing and you don't like, let me know and we'll fix it.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, but no. By next time we do it, we're gonna have this wall looking nice and.
Yeah, we just wanted to put some shit together just to show that we're doing it, and we're gonna make something out of it and have fun with it and build a community.
I'll put some model pictures up here.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. No, I look really bad with this little acne going on, but no. Hey, we're gonna. This thing's gonna go. It's gonna go nice because I feel like we have a great ideas going through, and we have so many people we know, and I think sometimes us as just humans and just professionals in jobs and not realizing the talent that we have around us.
It's fun
and
to talk about it. Like I enjoy talking about it with other people
and
so
utilizing your tools.
Why not bring that out so everyone can enjoy it? We're about to go through some crazy stuff at work, so I'm trying to get some people excited about some stuff that's going on there. But
yeah, we can't even we can kind of talk about it, but we can't.
Bro, I'm gonna talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. Like that's the whole point of this. And if people get mad, they get mad.
I'm just gonna
say some things that people don't like.
Come and talk about it. Come on the show and talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Like I am who I am. I'm very forward. I'm very outspoken, and I have strong opinions at some things. And I like to play devil's advocate. So I may push you just to see where it goes. It may not be exactly where my mind's at, but I'm gonna mess around with you and push you.
Oh shoot! Oh my god!
Yeah, that happened a lot. I'm sure.
So I literally,
my grandma's in chat talking about how got your permit and you got pulled over because they thought you were too young. They thought you were 10 years old driving a car.
My dad literally built me a Toyota truck from the ground up, and nice looking truck. And I was probably like second day I had it. I get home, there's 2 cops sitting in front of my house. And these cops literally were like, can I see your ID? Do. I literally probably at that time looked like I was probably 9-10 years old. And I was young. I've always looked young. But yeah, that's a good story, Grandma, because I remember that. I think everybody was around too, like something went wrong. But yeah, you guys just literally follow us. It's going to get better and better.
Yep. Create a Twitch account if you don't have one. They're free to set up. It'll help support us, help us get us going. We can become, affiliates and partners and stuff, and help grow the channel. Help maybe get some cool people in here to chat with y'all. Get super active with chat with us. We're down to just kind of hang out, talk about whatever comes up. That's my plan. I like to just bullshit and enjoy conversations with cool people and try to avoid all the negative bullshit that fucking our everyday lives deal with.
And negativity isn't having a different thought process or different opinion about something. That's not negativity. We want you to come on here and talk about if you don't agree with something we're saying. Like if
let's have a debate about it.
Let's seriously if you don't believe in evolution, come speak to me. Come holler at me. Like I literally want to hear your opinion.
Okay, I got one for you because this is a big one that goes around at work quite a bit. Do you think the Earth is flat?
Hell no. You want to know?
I got some people that will show you some stuff that may or may not change.
I got one thing that will show you right now that there's not flat. And it's the argument if you put literally three pulls up and the sun's shining this way, okay? I don't remember how it works, but it's like one pulls here, one pulls here, one pulls here. But when it illuminates this way, it literally, the shadows go from this side to that side. I don't know how, I'll hear their arguments, but literally I just have to watch and refresh my memory. But there's no way the Earth is flat. I don't.
We'll get some people in here. I got a few people that I work with, and I know some people that are wanting to push some of these conspiracy things.
I don't think the Earth is round, though, either.
Awesome. Yeah, but there's a lot of good stuff in there that we'll talk about.
We don't want to give you guys everything because literally it's going to be
we ain't got time for it.
We're going to give you some conspiracy shit. We're going to give you some stuff. Get a motivation person on here that's going to talk motivation.
Bro, I'm going to get you a counselor on here so you can fight some of your demons, bro.
I need it, man. You're my counselor, bro. I came over here the other day. I came here the other day.
Playing at the DAV with airsoft guys. Hey, we lived at the DAV. I talk about that shit at work all the time. Like
that breakfast used to be bomb.
At the DAV between bingo and going and helping and doing some volunteer work to serve breakfast, and we spent a lot of time up there. It was a lot of time.
Were you there when I shot up Brian Sebesta? You remember that dude that always thought he had the badass white Eclipse, and he always wore army gear and shit.
Yeah.
I shot up his
yeah.
car, and he called the cops on me. And literally, like my dad took every gun I had, like because I didn't have the orange tip. I spray painted black, and that's when I had.
Bro, you'd get shot today.
Oh,
if that shit happened today, you would be dead. Like, no questions asked.
And I think here in Colorado Springs, I don't think there's a bias on anybody. I think
cops, they see a gun, they're shooting.
Yeah, and I really feel like cops are there, and I feel bad for the cops because they you got to understand where they come from.
Just trying to go home.
Yeah,
At
literally.
the end of the day, they see a gun, they think they're
just don't
over.
be stupid when you get pulled over.
Just
literally put your hands on the outside of your door,
I
don't do that. I do that. And I said, "Can I go ahead and grab my ID now?" Okay, sir. Here's the ID. There you go.
I haven't had a run-in with them in a long time, so I don't know what it's like. I'm sure you've had more run-ins with them than I have, but for me, it's been a long time, and I was just sitting there chilling, waiting for them talking shit, because I was young, getting speeding tickets, and I just talk shit, call them pigs, and they'd write me a ticket, and I'd go to court and fight it, and
the only time I talk shit to the cop, and my mom got pissed as shit, and this will be the last one I'll share, but because we got a lot more coming in the future, but I got pulled over. I thought I was a little thug, but I really wasn't. But Alfredo and me were. Yeah, we had a little gang. We were banging. What were we? It was called.
I don't even remember, but it was hilarious. We got some spray paint.
We literally jumped each other
over
in
the stop signs and started beating each other up because we thought we were gangsters, watching all these gangster movies growing up.
But we literally jumped the shit out of each other.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. I mean,
coolest thing.
But we would also put on boxing gloves and box in the front yard. Like that was just part of what we did growing up is fighting.
But the thing I want to point out there, the coolest thing is that teachers, administrators, there was people that like actually stepped out, and I think it's not as good as it was back then. But Mr. DeWitt is the one that really stopped that. He actually Mr. DeWitt was cool. He actually went to Alfredo's mom's house, told Alfredo's mom everything, and actually went.
Kids are acting like fucking idiots.
We were
like, do they realize what the fuck they're doing? Like, they're acting like complete idiots.
Exactly, and then he chewed my ass out because I wrestled for him. But yeah, that was super cool. But yeah, it's definitely that was crazy. But I don't remember the story I was gonna tell. But I'm just gonna tell you guys now. We got shit coming, and the Earth's not flat. I can argue that all day. But literally, we'll have some stuff coming. I appreciate the 9 viewers that we had today. That's better than nothing.
Yeah, that's pretty good. We got a couple followers. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. 8. Yeah, see, we doing things. Come hang out with us. Get involved with chat. Create a Twitch account. Get involved with chat. Let's talk about some shit. If you want to come on the show, hit me up. Follow me on Twitter. Hit me up through Twitter. If you want, we'll get you on the show. We'll have a good time. And yeah, I think tonight was a good run. We got a good hour session in, and we'll try to link up as soon as possible. Get some more stuff going. I got one of my good friends, Joe's trying to jump on the show. He's pretty badass dude doing some real estate things. I'm super excited to have him on. I got a guy I work with that's real big into conspiracy theories. He's super excited to jump on. I know you were talking to some of your guys over at the call center that are super excited to get on. Juanito was the boxing champ. Hey, no, it was Amanda. Amanda beat all of our asses.
Amanda beat the shit out of all of us. Yeah. I still wouldn't. She was like the only female wrestler in Colorado Springs when
she whooped our ass.
When I won Tri-State that year, Amanda won like 3 matches, like and beat the shit out of guys over there.
Juanita would beat us up too, but Amanda was the champ.
Juanita and Amanda were just like big people.
They knocked her. They weren't afraid to throw them. That was the thing.
But Amanda had that right hook. Right hook. But yeah, I got Dana that said he would come on and talk. But I'm telling you, if anybody just wants to come and chill and talk about anything,
just bullshit.
That's all we're here for. And spread ideas, talk about stuff we're going through. And we're not going to make a sob story, but we're going to tell you how it is and how to get over it.
I feel like at some point through this process, I'm probably going to make you cry.
He probably will.
I probably will. I'm not gonna lie, but it's out of love and out of knowing that you need to hear that shit sometimes. But we'll get to that road when we cross it.
But I've been a lot better than I used to because I used to do some dumb shit.
We all did.
Yeah, but I ruined a good portion of my life because of it. But hey, I'm a straightened man now, and I will tell you guys this shit is gonna pop off, and we are gonna do it. Like Marshall said, this is it. This is something that he's invested in 100%. He asked me to be a part of it. I'm gonna put my 100% in, and he's like, "This is it. I'm not gonna fail at it."
10%, bro. I need you to step up a little more.
I know he did. He did like literally go all out, and it looks super good,
It's
baby.
dope, huh? Pretty cool little setup. Yeah.
Just wait till we get it
You guys
decorated.
come in and hang out. Yeah, pretty cool little setup. I got a few more customization things I got to do on this program that I'm using. I'm still learning.
Ladies,
I got this far watching YouTube videos. Can you believe that?
oh, it's only
Can you
grandma on
believe
here. It's only grandma on here, but I was gonna say, ladies, we're gonna put a stripper pole right behind us. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you would like that, wouldn't you?
No, I wouldn't. I'm just kidding. I would. Who wouldn't though? But I'm just saying, not on our
I've
podcast.
never been to a strip club. Can you believe that?
I haven't either.
Yeah. Can you believe that though?
No, you
If
probably
I say
haven't.
that, can you believe that?
You haven't, huh?
I ain't gonna pay to go see some titties.
I don't pay it. I like literally like Rob is a DJ right there at Snooty Fox. I literally would go in and get hit up for dances, and Rob's manager said he has to start doing something or he can't come in. So Rob would start buying me drinks just to hang out with them because the place is not packed on Thursday nights. But yeah, I literally go there and the thing about strippers, and I'm sorry if you strip, I know we know the people in here. As we get bigger, if you strip, I just think it's disgusting. If you need the money,
you go all the time, bro.
I don't go all the time.
Yeah, all the time, bro.
If I get lonely, I go hug Rob, but that's about it. That's about it. But no.
All right,
All right,
guys.
March,
Well,
wanna close it out?
I think we're gonna close it out for the night. Thanks for coming to hang out. Shoot us some feedback if there's some things you want to hear more about. If we sound all right, if he's ugly enough for you, just let us know. But thanks a lot for coming to hang out. Don't forget our Twitter handles are at Don't Say Just Do or at Fire Marshal. Come hang out with us, and thanks for hanging out tonight. And we're gonna have some fun with it. And good luck, y'all.
All right.